Good evening and welcome to tonight's edition of Meridian News. I'm James Fraser-Murison. Here are our local headlines. The NHS vows to make towns healthier with the local villages. We covered the latest devastation caused by a tree that's fallen into our local churches, and tonight's main story, Basingstoke driving schools and the facilities that they face currently. Over to Harry Winter now with the story.
I'm sorry, but you failed to meet the standards required. These could be the words said to someone who's just failed the driving test. However, in Basingstoke, this statement could easily be applied to examiners themselves, or rather the administration system behind them.
Caitlin is a student learning to drive in Basingstoke. It's where she's had all of her lessons, but now she has to decide whether to take her test in Basingstoke or go somewhere else that has a shorter waiting list. She is just one of the young people in Basingstoke who are having to decide whether to spend hundreds of pounds on extra lessons while they wait, or take a test somewhere else, where unfamiliarity with the road layout could cause more nerves and a chance of failing.
It's really frustrating. I've been learning to drive for nearly a year now, and now that I'm ready to take my test I can't even do it. I have to wait even longer, and it means I'm just spending more money on lessons that I don't really need just because I'm waiting.
Government targets are 6 weeks for waiting times for a driving test. However, only one of the 16 test centres in the south are meeting this target. Winchester, with a 3-week list, the longest waiting times are Bournemouth with 15 weeks and Basingstoke with 5 months. This is forcing people to take their tests in places they don't know, just to have a test sooner.
I think I would really struggle to take my test in another centre. I don't know the other town's roads, so it would be really a struggle for me. I guess my advice for people learning to start to drive is to book your test as soon as possible so that you don't have to wait as long.
Now let's go to a local college to hear some students' opinions about taking their test in Basingstoke.
They're really long. I mean, I waited 2 months for my first one, then I failed my first test, and then I waited another 3 months, and it was ridiculous.
Far too expensive.
It's painful.
It's fine if you're quite bad at driving at the time. If you leave it quite a while, you can learn whilst you're waiting.
To be honest, I think it's quite long, and I think they should open up the opportunity for people to get their tests quite soon.
And we're here today to discuss the issue of taking your practical driving test in and around Basingstoke. So, how are you?
I'm not too bad, it's a nice sunny day. Nice day for driving.
Brilliant, so we're going to jump straight into it. So when did you take your practical driving test?
It was October of last year, so a couple of months ago.
And did you pass first time?
I passed second time.
Passed second time. So what issues did you face when taking your test?
Firstly, in Basingstoke, the examiners who were there were not the friendliest, and I believe they're doing their job wrong personally. I think they need to be more relaxed during the test. Obviously they've got to do their job, but there's a way in which they do it. They've got to find the balance between examining and being nice to people.
Okay, so when you did take your test in Basingstoke, how long did you wait?
It took me about 4 months to get a test, and I failed obviously for speeding. So I decided to move to Newbury.
Right. Okay. So why do you think there is such a long wait in Basingstoke to take your test?
Well, modern day everyone's getting cars because cars are an easy way to move around. So
yep.
As the generation grows, more and more people want to take their tests, want to learn to drive. So there's going to be a high demand for tests. So therefore, there's going to be a long wait.
Okay. So what was the waiting time in Newbury?
The Newbury waiting time was a month and a half.
Okay.
So it was a lot less. I think it's because less people want to drive at Newbury because they believe the roads are a lot more difficult, but I believe that Basingstoke's a lot harder.
Okay, so what do you believe of the general opinion that all instructors are sexist and that discriminate against boys aged between 17 to 25?
I can agree with that. I've noticed the ratio of boys to girls. Girls pass a lot more than boys because the stereotypical boy will try and impress a girl when they got a gun in the car. Boy race, maybe speed, try to act like an idiot, so therefore they may fail, which is up to the examiners. I think it's a bit sexist because I personally don't drive like an idiot because I've got a black box. So
right.
I drive at the speed limit. I don't take corners very fast. I'm a good driver.
The DVSA has apologised and say that they are trying to recruit more examiners to address the backlog. but this in itself will take many more months to fix. So I guess the question on everyone's minds is this too little, too late? I'm Harry Winter for Meridian Tonight. Back to you.